senior best friends.
Thank you, Caitlin. I would pass by your old one.
Oh, you did? I know. I was looking. I was like, where is it? I know it's still there. I know it's still there.
Yes. How are you? Good. I'm doing good.
Yeah, I am so happy. I look at the name and I'm like, oh my god. Like, seeing this one, I said, oh. I'm so happy to see you. Did you guys just finish college?
Yes,
We just graduated.
Where's the major?
Policy studies.
I double major.
And I'm moving to Oklahoma. I have a job out there since
Just trying to like share the live stream or live stream minutes. I mean, I'd love to put it on the website. Thank you for the reminder. I'm putting it on social media right now. I am Parents Square. I'm about to put it on the website. Yep, I just put it on the website. I just shared it on Parent Square, social media, and website. Yep, Facebook, Instagram, Parent Square website. I just shared it. You nervous? You'll be fine. Oh, you did? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. pretty good. We're gonna have her be a speaker, but then, I don't know, your mama said that you guys are definitely
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
She's actually happy.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No, wait, I'll get it. All the way to the school.
Yeah.
Okay. They go to first day school. Yeah. Yeah, they left here for the.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. At the time, I was just kind of, well, my husband was like, I'll like, what do you think that? Electrician. And, so I just made sense, like, to put it in person. Instead of the school thing. It's basically. Yeah. Yeah, we have had, like, we're waiting for school. Yeah. Yeah, it has like a whole list. Yeah, she's prepared. Doctor. Yeah. Same with I knew I also like I see I reserved a chair for you. Over there. Yeah.
Whatever they can wear, like the What about to go outside? Right now.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wine and fresh sugar. Yeah.
Good morning. Welcome to Breakthrough Magnet School South's promotion ceremony for the 8th grade class of 2022. My name is Megan Angelini, and I'm the middle school ELA teacher and team representative. It's been a pleasure to work with these graduates over the past few years. Today is an exciting day. At the end of a challenging middle school career, our 29 8th grade students are ready to move on to high school. Through years of social distancing, face masks, seamlessly switching between in-person and remote learning, in addition to the more typical challenges of being a middle schooler, these young people have risen to the occasion time and time again. They have adapted, learned, grown, and proven to us that they are ready for the next step of their journey. On behalf of the entire middle school team, we are so glad that you are all able to join us in celebrating this outstanding class. Thank you all for being here and helping us commemorate these amazing students. It is now my privilege to introduce the graduating class of 2022. Kaylin Brown. Brianna Mendes-Paluche. Daniel Roman. Gabrielle Lawrence. Laura Yoa. Gary Jimenez. Juan Piedrosa. Andre Saez. Julian Torres. Zachary Robidoux. Sarah Zonsuri. Susie Vaughn. Brandon Espinal. Kenneth Hardy. To begin today's ceremony, I would like to call Cherish Rowland, Kanaya Willingham, and Johnny Melendez Davis, some of our soon-to-be 8th graders, to the podium to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and the Breakthrough Compact.
Good morning, Breakthrough. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty, justice for all.
Please remain seated, standing to recite the Breakthrough Compact. As Breakthrough students, this is our compact. To ask ourselves when faced with a breakdown, how can I change this breakdown to a breakthrough? To return no bad deed for another, to change bad thoughts to good ones, to keep our word, to help others in our school, home, and community, and to use our best manners wherever we are. Next, we will hear from Breakthrough Magnet School's principal, Ms. Holly Justice.
Thank you, everyone. Welcome. Great to see everyone. So glad that we can do this in person or hybrid. We are live streaming it. Had to do that for the last 3 years now. Can't believe it. So this is my message to our 8th graders. I'll keep it short and sweet because I know you want to hear from them. And I actually wrote this in their yearbook, but I'm sure they haven't read it. Who wants to read their principal's comments, right? So 8th graders, your middle school years at Breakthrough South have been filled with 3 years of changes and challenges, with school being shut down the spring of your 6th grade year. And then last year with some of you being full remote learners and some of you full in person, as well as times when you had to adjust to hybrid learning. And although this year was full in person, you have still been impacted by wearing masks, social distancing, being cohorted, and still quarantining from time to time. However, despite all that adversity that you've experienced, you have shown resilience and character, and you have still made sure to experience joy, laughter, and allowed yourselves to still be normal kids and teenagers. I am so proud of you and all that you've accomplished here at Breakthrough South, whether you've been here for 1 year or 11 years. There is a quote that says, "Whatever doesn't kill you, make you stronger." I truly believe that you have come out of these last 3 years stronger than ever, and that will only help your future be even brighter. Our school motto this year was unity. It starts with you. As you go on to your next adventure, which is high school, think about all you experienced, think about how you experience unity at Breakthrough South and how you can bring forth your brick character traits throughout your high school years and beyond. So many of you have leadership skills and talents that you may not notice about yourselves yet, but we know they're in there. But I can guarantee that your teachers and Breakthrough staff can see it in you, and of course your parents and family. We will always be your biggest cheerleaders, and we know that you are moving on to great things. We will miss you, but we know that you're going to come back and visit, because we always have students come back and visit from year to year, right? We have 2 sitting in the front row that are going to be one's going to be our guest speaker. So we miss you, we wish you luck, but we know we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Ms. Gustafson. This transition into high school is an important and exciting time. It is a Breakthrough tradition to invite a illuminated speaker to graduation each year to share the experience and offer advice to our newest graduating class. This year, we are proud to welcome Jacinda Pinnox from the class of 2014.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jacinda Pinnock, and I am from the graduating class of 2014. A month ago, I graduated from Syracuse University with a degree in policy studies. But let me tell you this, if it weren't for the unconditional academic support and character development the school provides its students with, I wouldn't be standing before you today. Not only did Breakthrough put me in a position to excel in my academic career, but this school taught me something more important, that academics are only half of the battle. What matters more is the content of your character. As time progressed, the merits of the school became evident as I thrived in new environments. And I want to emphasize what these merits are to the class of 2022, because they will ensure all of you will fulfill life if you practice these principles relentlessly. Number 1, being self-awareness. Self-awareness is probably the most crucial principle because it's impossible to practice any other principle without it. Self-awareness requires a curious mind and a willingness to pain. A curious mind to discover who you are and a willingness to endure your flaws. Has someone ever given you feedback and you were left unaware or clueless? Well, today I challenge you to revisit that moment and reconsider if the feedback reflects anything you've ever done. You can This will be an excellent exercise to get the ball rolling if you struggle with self-awareness. You can also increase your tolerance to emotional pain by asking those close to you what your weaknesses are. You probably won't be too happy to hear the things that you're bad at, but it'll thicken your skin and make you more of a person who can handle self-reflection. The first step to self-awareness. Number 2, integrity. Because you go wherever the wind blows you without it, completely unanchored by genuine beliefs. As you enter high school, life will test your integrity. Will you drastically change who you are to fit in? Or will you prioritize your authenticity and remain true to yourself? If you're not confident in your answer, I have some advice to help you not fall under the pressures of being liked. Make a list of qualities of your personality that you value the most and deliberately express those qualities, especially as you enter high school. You will begin to attract people who like you and steer clear from people who don't. You will also learn that not being liked by everyone is okay, because it's unrealistic to think everyone will like you. Number 3, independent thinking. Think for yourself. Independent thinking ties into integrity because both require a leap of faith. To think independently, you must risk people disagreeing with you. Some people may respond well to your ability to think for yourself, and others may not. But the most important thing is to think independently regardless of the circumstances. As you mature and grow, people meant to be in your life will admire and respect you for your commitment to yourself. Now to the parents. I want to thank you for supporting your children through their education because, as you all know, schools aren't 100% responsible for educating your children. You are too. And you've poured into your children to the point where they can graduate from middle school, which is a huge accomplishment. Please continue Please continue supporting your children through their academic careers because they will need it. Always be that engaged parent who cares what their child is learning in school because your presence or lack thereof largely determines your child's success. But as I can see, you were all there for your children because otherwise they wouldn't be standing on the stage preparing for their next milestone. Thank you for being there for them and please continue to do so. I want to thank the teachers for devoting their lives to education, one of the most important but unfortunately undervalued professions. Teachers are largely responsible for molding the people of the future. Educators teach young minds how to think critically, and without the ability to think critically, it's nearly impossible to participate in the workforce, be an active member of democracy, and climb up the socioeconomic ladder. Your contribution as a teacher does not go unnoticed, and I want to take the time to acknowledge all your efforts. Thank you for choosing such a significant profession to contribute to society. Thank you for your time and congratulations to the class of 2022.
Thank you, Jacinta. As 8th grade ends, the teachers and staff of Breakthrough Magnet School would like to take the opportunity to recognize members of this graduating class for their outstanding achievements in academics and in Breakthrough's character day. To present the first award, please welcome Ms. Angelini.
The ELA award goes to a student who has consistently worked her hardest on a daily basis over the past 2 years. She went from working remotely most of last year and being an incredibly strong worker to transitioning into in-person learning and continuing to put forth her best effort. She strives to do her best on all assignments and always goes the extra mile and puts in 100%, even when those around her lose focus. I have been lucky to work with this student over the past 2 years. It is my pleasure to give the ELA award for 2022 to J. Shelley Perez. And next up is Ms. Tagriello for the math award.
The math award this year is being given to someone who always comes to class with a positive attitude, always gives 110% each day, no matter how they feel, and always perseveres even when things get tough. The past 2 years, they have grown tremendously, and I'm so proud of them. With that being said, it is my pleasure to present the 2022 Mathematics Award to Haley Frye. Next up is Mr. Hendricks with the Science Award.
The Science Award goes to a student who has demonstrated a high level of maturity this school year. He consistently works hard and has grown to be a leader and role model for other students in the science classroom. The 2022 Excellence in Science Award goes to Fredolyn Espinal. The Social Studies Award will be presented by Mr. Habersang.
Good morning. The Social Studies Award goes to a student who has been consistent, mature, and self-directed all year. She is a hard worker who pays careful attention to details, and she often helps her peers during classwork and projects. She's a strong participant in class discussions and is never afraid to speak her mind, even at times when no one else in the class shares her opinion. It is my pleasure to present the 2022 Award for Excellence in Social Studies to Katie Krefeld. The award for outstanding academic achievement recognizes the student who excels in all subject areas, the student with the strongest work ethic, highest grades, or the most consistent and diligent effort. This year, we have 2 winners for the Outstanding Academic Achievement Award. Both of these students earned A+ in all classes, every marking period. Their work quality is exceptional, and they consistently go above and beyond on assignment directions. Rather than asking, is this good enough? These graduates asked, how can I do better? They exemplify the R in BRIC by taking such responsibility for their own success. It is a privilege to have 2 such students in a single graduating class. The first award for outstanding academic achievement goes to Julian Lopez. The second award for outstanding academic achievement goes to Sarah Zamach. Mrs. Angelini will present the BRIC Award.
The BRIC Award goes to a student who exemplifies what it means to be a BRIC. This means they change breakdowns to breakthroughs, are responsible for their choices, actions, and attitudes. They have integrity, they positively contribute to their school community, and demonstrate knowledge of academic and social skills. The daily goal for students here at Breakthrough is to be a BRIC, and this year we feel that there were 2 students we wanted to recognize for being outstanding BRICs. The 2 BRIC Awards go to Fredolyn Espinal and Quincy Vaughn. Next up is Miss Albani with the Perseverance Award.
Okay, prepared. I'm a writer. So this year's Perseverance Award goes to a student who has been here for several years, and it's been my pleasure to work with him. The last few years have been very challenging, not just for him, but for this whole class, but he's also had a lot of stuff going on in his personal life at home, and he showed up every day, ready, prepared, and just willing to learn. He always asked, for help when he had missed work. And it is my pleasure to give this award to Aries Jimenez. Ms. Giuliano will be presenting the Spirit Award.
This year's Spirit Award goes to a student who is always respectful, always puts a smile on everybody's face, typically has some pretty amazing jokes to share, and has been such a pleasure to work with this year. And we're very glad he made it. This year's Spirit Award goes to Basil Wallace.
Next, we have Ms. Macy Clavette is going to present our Community Service Award.
Hello. So this year's Community Service Award goes to 2 ladies who are always willing to help me, who have worked really good for us, who made me feel part of this wonderful community that you guys have at Breakthrough, who hi, little boy, and always offer to help with breakfast or garden day or whatever it may be. And I'm really, really proud of these ladies. This goes to Jeliamar Santiago and Shia. And Ms. T will be presenting the next award.
All right, so this award is for Most Improved. So this year we are lucky to have 3 separate candidates for Most Improved. This award is given to students who not only improved academically, but also with their character. And over the past 2 years, that's the beauty about middle school. We get to teach them consecutively, so we really get to see the growth. They have grown so much academically through their character, and just we're so excited for them to go on to high school. With that being said, I am happy to give this award to Andreas Baez. The next award is going to Kamora Joseph.
Okay, take your time.
And last but not least, Kenneth Hardy. Award for Miss Fire.
Good morning, everyone. This year, I would like to present this award to a student that embodies these following adjectives. The student is respectful, always says good morning, miss, motivated, conscientious, talented, helpful, and courageous. Courageous in terms of when you are doing art, you open yourself to certain criticisms, and the student is very willing to open up and be vulnerable with his art. So I'd like to present this award to Fred Lynn.
Hello, everyone. I'm here to present the Physical Education Award. It goes to a student who was a very hard worker. You just saw him. He's the amount of growth he's had since last year and this year is tremendous. Hard worker, dedicated to fitness, goes to Andres Baez.
Next is Senora Vasquez for the Spanish award.
Buenos días. Good morning, all. The Spanish award this year goes to a young lady for her outstanding academics, her positive attitude, as well as her exceptional character, the kind of character that Jacinda referred to, that you carry on for life. And the recipient is Sara Samacha.
students wrote graduation speeches reflecting on their time at Breakthrough Magnet School. The middle school team read their speeches and felt that one stood out as a representation of the spirit of Breakthrough. In the spirit of this 8th grade class, to speak on behalf of our graduating class, please welcome Sarah Z.
Good morning, families, students, staff, and graduates. My name is Sarah Zachary, and it's an honor to welcome you all to Breakthrough Magnet School's graduation ceremony. I want to start off by thanking and acknowledging everyone who helped me reach where I am today. Thank you to my parents for always being by my side and supporting every and any event. Thank you to my teachers who helped me strive to be the best student that I can be, for always challenging me and having faith in me. Thank you to my friends and classmates for making my last year one of the best. I have made 4 memories today that I will never forget and will someday look back to and let the weight of nostalgia take over me. I may not have been here as long as my other classmates, but it feels like I was meant to be here all along. This school taught me many things I wouldn't have learned at any other school. This school taught me to turn breakdowns into breakthroughs, to take responsibility, to contribute, to have integrity, and to increase knowledge. I have made memories here that I wouldn't have made anywhere else, and that I will keep with me every single step of the way. Many of you may be intimidated by the idea of moving on, but trust me, every step you take will help you be the better you and help you achieve what you want to accomplish. Never give up, never stop thriving. I'll be honest with you, it's not easy, but it's better to speak than to stop. Make sure to surround yourself with positive influences because what's around you affects how you think. If you have a problem, talk about it. If you don't think something is right, say something about it. And most importantly, be you. Middle school was a long and interesting chapter, and now that we have finished, we should brace ourselves for the next big step, high school. I hope when I leave this school, I'll be remembered as a student who has always done the best, never gave up, and was the best she could be inside and out. I wish the best of my fellow classmates as we go our separate ways. It has been an honor to speak with you all. Have a good summer.
Thank you, Sarah. To many of us other students, this group of 8th graders has been friends and role models. They have made countless memories here and have left a mark on Breakthrough Magnet School South, and their peers and teachers will always remember them. Before presenting graduation certificates, this middle school teachers would like to take a moment to recognize each member of the class of 2022, starting with Ms. Elvon.
My first shout out is to Brianna. I've loved watching you grow the past 9 years. And you've been really strong and fierce this year. You've learned to advocate for yourself. Kenneth. You were not the peanut you were when I first met you in first grade. You've been measuring yourself up to see if you were taller than me for many years. And now I would say you're probably a good foot taller than I am. Just thank you for always being able to talk about sports and statistics. And just being you. We'll miss you.
Thank you.
Laura. Thank you for always being careful, for making me smile and laugh, but most of all, for making sure that this year was anything but boring. Zach? When everybody else was struggling with online learning, Zach really stepped it up and he was the best remote learner I've seen.
So true.
And it's not 1 o'clock yet, so he's not quite awake yet. We're gonna have to work on that for high school next year. Gianna. Always being there when I peeked into the hallway.
whether you were supposed to be there or not. Thank you for being the hall monitor I never knew I needed. And Sarah Z. Thank you for always doing the right thing, even when no one was watching. And for always trying to improve, even though you always produced phenomenal work. Thank you.
Basil. Thank you for telling jokes and puns every day, for helping us all expand our vocabularies and always making everyone smile. Juan, thank you for playing Beyblades with me and always telling me what good food you ate last night. Fredolyn, thank you for always giving the friendliest hellos and goodbyes every day, no matter what, and having the most positive attitude. Your good vibes radiate throughout the class. Aries, thank you for always being able to talk about anime, which ones are the best, which ones I should try next, and being a reliable source to talk about any episode we watched recently. Daniel, thank you for consistently being so positive and brightening my day, particularly with stories and pictures of Gustavo. And Kaylin, thank you for showing your passion for any and everything, positive or negative, and always taking it to level 10.
Julian R. Thank you for your encyclopedic sports knowledge and for never backing down when you know you're right. Julian T. Thank you for being original, hardworking and positive, and always speaking up for yourself. Quincy. Thank you for being cool, calm, and collected at all times, for being the positive influence whenever your friends needed one, and for shouting me out in the streets of Bristol. Andreas, thank you for your hard work and your sense of humor, and thank you for showing that there is a bias who can stay awake in my class. Gabby, thank you for your attention to detail, for fiercely supporting your friends, and for never being afraid to be your most authentic self. And Victor, thank you for pushing your class to think deeply on topics that were necessary, if sometimes sensitive. We need more people asking hard questions and pushing for answers.
Nyaja, thank you for always sharing your interesting stories with me and for stepping up as a leader by presenting at the STEM Showcase. Haley, thank you for always being kind and for exuding positive energy every single day. Cameron, thank you for the growth you've made since last year. You really stepped it up in science class this year. Kaden, thank you for always making me laugh with your silly jokes and also for stepping up as a leader by presenting at the STEM Showcase. Jaziel, thank you for being a leader on the basketball team. You played your hardest every time you stepped onto the court. Julian Lopez, thank you for always being respectful and consistently working hard throughout the entire school year.
Jellymar, thank you for just being you. I appreciate your kindness, positivity, and the ability you have to always put a smile on my face. Cheyenne, thank you for your kindness, for being a great friend, and how thoughtful you are. I know you won't believe me, because every time I say it, you say the same thing, but I will miss you tremendously, and I can't wait for you to visit. Axel, thank you for all of your hard work, dedication, and motivation you brought to school this year. Your creativity, artistic abilities, will be missed for sure because we know next year we will never get a door as close as ours was this year. And thank you for always supplying me with the Girl Scout cookies. I definitely did need. Jay Shelley, thank you for being a good friend, for your kindness, dedication, independence, and hard work you put in this year. I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you, and I know you're going to crush it in high school next year. Last but not least, Fedora. Thank you so much for the private concerts you've had in our classroom at the end of the day, especially Ariana Grande. I hope you have a couple up your sleeve for us. And always just making me laugh, and the kindness that you've shown me the past 2 years.
Thank you to all of our 8th graders. Finally, I would like to call Mrs. Gustafson back to the stage to present our graduating class with their promotion certificates.
Will the first row please stand? Julian Lopez. Jaziel Torres. Axel Cameron. Kimora Joseph. Cheyenne Schley. Cameron James. Naisha Cabrera. Basil Ali. Delimar Santiago. Brianna De Jesus Guadalupe. Daniel Roman. Kaylin Brown. The first row may be seated. Will the second row please stand? Aries Jimenez. Fedora Yamoa. Gabrielle Lawrence. Victor Wilkins. Gianna Bell. Haley Fry. Julian Ramkasoon. Jayshali Perez. Kaden Krevelin. The second row may be seated. Will the third row please stand? Kenneth Hardy. Fredolyn Espinal. Quincy Vaught. Zachary Robidoux. Andreas Baez. And Juan Almeida Peralta. Will all rows please stand?
So we'd like to introduce you to the 8th grade graduating class of 2022 at Breakthrough Magnet School. I was trying to give people time for pictures. Hopefully you got all your pictures you wanted, but we'll have more time at the reception as well. So we just like to say that after, we're gonna let the graduates exit first. And then afterwards, we're inviting families. You can just walk right down the hall like you came down here to the cafeteria. We have some light refreshments. You can take pictures, and then you can take your children home with you. We love them, but you can take them home. But anyway, thanks again. Thank you for supporting your graduates, and we're gonna have our graduates walk out first, and our younger students are gonna be stepping into the hall to cheer them on.
Oh my gosh, Miss T. What the heck?
She had no idea.
No,
I was like,
she lost
oh.
it. I know, it's like, you lost it.